After the debate, the presidential candidates will move on to key battleground states like Ohio, Illinois, and Florida in just a few weeks. But what issues do people here in the Valley feel are the most important to them? Dan Joseph has more in this week's Say What.
Kim, my first question for you is, what is the biggest issue facing the country right now, and why is it the most important?
I think there's many issues, but I think economy and jobs, immigration.
I think economy and jobs is very important.
In my opinion, I think it's the illegals from Mexico is one of the problems, which I don't have a problem with, but some people do.
What's the most important issue that will determine who receives your vote for president and why?
I think it's job creation. I mean, we've had a rough go at it for 8 years, and I would like to see some relief on that end.
Well, I think economy and working with others, being open to compromise.
I'm not real impressed with anybody that's running right now for the most part, but they have to be somebody, it should be somebody that's going to represent our country.
So when it came time to head to the polling place, were people satisfied with the quality of candidates still in the race, or would they like to see somebody else enter it?
Well, I would absolutely wish another candidate would join the race. It's scary who the choices are, and I do not want to vote for an establishment candidate, so my choices are really limited. I'd be very excited if we could do a redo.
I'm somewhat satisfied with the party of my choice, party of the other choice. I'm not at all satisfied with those that are remaining.
I would rather another candidate enter the race. I'm not impressed with any of them that are running.
There's a lot of talk about delegates, superdelegates, political insiders, political outsiders, and who's funding campaigns in the presidential race. The bottom line, is our political system fair or unfair, and why?
I think it's a mess. I mean, you know, we can get behind a candidate, and that candidate might not get the nomination. What's wrong with that?
As it current stands, it's unfair, and I think the anger, the hostility that's expressed by people on both sides of the election reflect that it's not an open situation for the good of the country.
I think the political system is probably fair, but I think a lot of people are abusing it.
For CBS 4 News and ValleyCentral.com, I'm Dan Joseph.
And the Republican candidates face off in another debate tonight in Detroit. The next Democratic debate for the Democrats will be Sunday in Flint, Michigan.